Hi gang, welcome back to the Unraised Latina Ever. Tonight I am just so fucking fired up, it's not even funny. Anyway, watching Judge Kavanaugh be attacked by a bunch of stupid liberals, and it made me get to thinking, you know, because they were interviewing him about his yearbook and certain things that he was talking about, like Ralphing and the Devil's Triangle. What does this have to do with this rape allegation? Okay, the fact is that he wasn't there, he didn't do it. We have a system is innocent until you're proven guilty, and I think this is the case of a mistaken identity. They bring these women out of the woodwork, groom them like they did with Stormy, except they didn't groom Stormy. I mean, you cannot put lipstick on a pig. But anyway, you know, I started to listen to some of the ridiculous stuff, and it just made me want to throw things at my TV. And it just really ticked me up. It's like, what does this have to do with him being the judge? You know, if you asked me what I did when I was in high school, I broke into Mexico. I did, and I literally didn't follow any laws when I was down there. In fact, you know, I used to throw my beer bottles out the windows on my car. I didn't even obey the littering laws. And I will never go back to Mexico because they probably should just arrest me for stepping foot on their country. You know, so that's why I'll never go back there, because I did so much bad shit as a teen in Mexico. You know, I basically, this was a wild child, and we all go through that phase. You know, I don't go around throwing my beer bottles out the window anymore. You know, when you're in high school, if the worst thing that you did was wave your penis at somebody and might have attended a party where there was a gang rape and didn't say anything and not partake in the gang rape and only groped a woman, then you're doing pretty damn good. It's like, you know, back in that day, I mean, literally, you know, they didn't know what gang rapes were. You know, nobody really knew what they were, you know? I mean, they didn't. I mean, you know, those frat parties, guys would just pick up a chick and carry them off and we wouldn't see them again, and it's like, glad it wasn't me. You know, you know, big old, you know, San Diego, university football fathead picked me up one time, and I was like 16, and I went bam, and then I took my foot and went bam, and I got him in the gut and in the groin, and then you know what, my arm got free. I could have went bam, but you know what, I wasn't drugged, so you know, I at least, you know, was in my right frame of mind, that I wasn't drunk yet. And after getting picked up like that, and the guy spun around with me, and then of course he dropped me, I'm like, you know what, it's time to leave. And my friends are all like, oh, we're gonna have fun. And I said, this is not the kind of fun I want to have. They're getting the fuck out of here, because you know what, I'm not into being raped tonight by some big fathead. But anyway, at least, you know, people with common sense, because, you know, that last story when she goes to 10 parties before she figures it out that people are being gang raped or whatever, it's like, doesn't it like a fucking light switch goes on in your head? Like, don't you talk to an adult, hey, I think there's people being gang raped? I mean, like, I didn't like the uncomfortable feeling of being picked up. You know, if somebody did something to me like that, you know, I certainly would have said something to somebody. You don't wait 30 years and all of a sudden I have a repressed memory. I mean, even as a 4-year-old, when I was raped, and I was a victim of rape when I was 4 years old, and not like you, I wasn't the lucky person that was just groped and laughed at by a teenage boy. I was raped by an adult man in the military, and the military covered it up. So this is why I don't have any faith in the fucking FBI. Federal idiot, I don't know, what do you want to call them? But anyway, I had it all worked out in my head beforehand. Oh, Federal Bitches Incorporated. That's what you are. You guys are all a bunch of fucking weak-ass, punk-ass bitches. That's what you are. And you know what? You can investigate me until the cows come home, because I'm never running for any office. You know, anyway. You know, and I don't really give a shit what the FBI thinks, because you know what? These little bitches don't even do their jobs. They sit there and protect the rights of a criminal like Hillary Clinton. They protect her and investigate falsely Donald Trump. Okay, you have Stormy Daniels coming forward with this crooked lawyer who, of course, takes one of the cases to the girl that is accusing everybody of gang rape, and like, oh, like he's supposed to be the chief kingdom of like credibility, right? And I'm thinking, my God, you know, like, this is how low the liberals go. Here's a man with this like a pristine record. It's like near perfect, and they're just completely desecrating him. He's so perfect that, like, he goes to church on Sunday and he doesn't even record it because that's like brushing his teeth. You know, when I go to church, it's like it's a big deal. Today I went to church and I learned all about Jesus, you know, and it's like I come alive. I'm like, oh, you know what? I've learned this and this and this and this, because you know what? But I don't go to church that often, so when I do, it's like I come away with something, you know, because I don't like going to church every week, because then I have to be accountable for my actions during the week, and I don't like to be accountable because I'm an asshole, okay? But here's a guy that's so perfect. He goes to church every Sunday, and he does like so many things that he keeps so freaking busy that he has to keep a journal to keep track of everything, you know, and he saved those journals, which I think that's really cool, because you know what? I saved my journals from the past. And you know what? I did nothing but bitch. I bitched about everything around me. It wasn't political. I was bitching about like Ronald Reagan and all those freaking illegal aliens coming in on the south of the border. You have it. I swear to God, I photocopied it for this big league politic guy. That's the media guy. You didn't have a journal when you were like 19 or 17 or 16 or whatever. I fucking did. I'm gonna photograph it for you right here, bitches. And I'm talking about Ronald Reagan. And why is that so weird? Why is that so weird that my life was so boring that I had to write about Ronnie Reagan, okay? You know why I wrote about Ronnie Reagan? Is because I became a Republican because of him. And we were kind of off topic. But you know what? The reason why I became a Republican is I saw all these fucking Mexicans coming through the border, and I'm thinking, this guy's gonna stop this bullshit. Because you know what? I need a job, and it's pretty damn hard to find a job when you're competing with a bunch of fucking Mexicans. You know, so anyway, with that said, I think that we've lost our way when we accuse a guy, not of rape, but a grope, and we accused him of being at a party where there was a gang rape. He didn't gang rape anybody, but like, how the fuck did he know? If it took that girl 10 times to figure out gang rapes were happening, you know, how do you know he didn't know what was going on, okay? And really, how do you know that he was really at that party, okay? Like, seriously, when I had to go to court, because I did have to go to court, and somebody was accusing my dog of biting some old man in the ass, and it was Judge Huckleberry, shut up, Bill. He's in there to go like this. Okay, I want to tell you about my story, because you know what? I got off that charge without a lawyer, and I took down this 8-year trial lawyer because you know what? He was just full of shit. I went in there and I said I was representing Buddy, my dog, and I asked 2 questions. I said to the old man, do you know what day it happened? The guy's like, no. I said, are you aware there was 2 dogs on the road? He says, no. He didn't have a lick of fucking evidence, bitches. You don't need the FBI for that, okay? You just don't. You know, Judge Huckleberry did say, you know, we need the FBI so we could take an imprint of this guy's ass to make sure it did match the bite marks of her golden retriever. We didn't need the FBI to do that because you know what? That little bitch did not know that there were 2 golden retrievers on the road. He did not know what day it happened on. And if a dog bit me in the ass, I'd be recording the day, the time, and I would be taking pictures of my ass, okay? And I would want impressions of the dog's mouth. And I would come to court prepared with the impressions of the dog teeth and the bite marks and all that other shit, you know, around it, okay? Because if somebody bit me in the ass, I would know exactly the day and the time. I would even probably take the picture of the dog biting me in the ass. So, with that said, this woman has not a shred of evidence. We need to throw it out because it's no bueno. And you know what? We need to have more Hispanic women doing the interviewing or the interrogating, because you know what? We have a bunch of old liberal stinky men that are sitting there like making the judge look bad, and not one person was making him look good today on the Democratic side. And you know what? They soft pitched all the stuff to this poor little victim, like, oh, you know, yes, you were groped. How traumatic. You know what? Traumatic is like when a guy drives and accidentally comes into your lane at 75 miles an hour and doesn't pay you a fucking dime about it and doesn't even say he's sorry. That's traumatic. You know, you know what? When you're in high school, a grope is a rite to passage. I'm seriously, if you haven't gotten groped in your lifetime, then you haven't lived. That's all I have to say. You guys have a great evening, and God bless, and good luck, Judge.